Welcome to another video, and today we are going to talk about a topic that many men, for whatever reason, don't like covering. No, I'm not talking about girlfriend stuff, any like weird period things or anything like that. I am speaking about getting green vegetables in your diet. But before we dive too far into it, be sure to hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and follow me anywhere I can be found. What's the big deal with super greens, guys? Let's face it, most men hate vegetables. As an unabashed carnivore, I definitely feel the urge to throw a 2-year-old tantrum anytime someone presents me with a pile of something that didn't previously have a pulse. But there could be some benefits to force feeding yourself some super greens. The so-called experts state that virtually any vegetable is good for you. Now, usually I'd call bullshit, but for the sake of science, let's take a look at the top super greens for overall men's health. And that was the last time they asked me to make a salad. That's actually still quite funny. On average, people who eat 7 or more fruit or vegetable portions a day experience roughly a 42% lower risk of dying from any preventable cause compared to those who eat less than 1 portion. In a recent study, researchers analyzed 17 cancer-fighting nutrients to determine the most nutrient-dense fruits and veggies. Then, they assigned a nutrient density score on a 1 to 100 point scale, 100 naturally being the highest. Now, ranked by this score, here are the top 10 super greens to kick your health into high gear. This will also prevent you from looking like a slack-jawed moron next time you wander into the mysterious green abyss of your produce section. 10, collard green on a nutrient density score of 62.49. This staple of soul food belongs to the same loose-leaf family as cabbage and broccoli. Like kale, these greens contain an enormous amount of vitamin K, 388% daily value per 100 gram serving. They are also extremely rich sources of vitamin A, vitamin C, and manganese, and provide a moderate amount of calcium and vitamin B6. Most commonly found in southern U.S. cuisine, collard greens can be enjoyed by anyone looking to experiment with healthy food options in their diet. Number 9, romaine lettuce with the nutrient density score of 63.48. Around since the time of the Romans, there's a reason this deep green, long leaf veggie has stood the test of time. But first, let's look at some romaine lettuce facts. They are the archenemies with bell peppers. They can bleed. They're a good replacement for hamburger bun if you're a effing nerd. If you chop it up, it just spawns more lettuce. Discovered by Neil Armstrong during the first moonwalk, and also known as Satan's lettuce. Although the devil's lettuce is actually another green that we will leave for another day. Now, the most nutritious of lettuces, ancient Romans and Greeks actually used this lettuce for medicinal purposes. Today, we now use the French word for romaine and know that romaine lettuce hosts a variety of benefits. These include improving heart health and defending against those harmful free radicals. For those of you who've fathered or will father children, here's a fun fact for you. Known for its high folate profile, it is highly recommended as part of a pregnant woman's diet. In fact, romaine lettuce also boasts high levels of vitamin C, beta-carotene, dietary fiber, vitamin B9, and potassium. Coming in at number 8 is parsley with a nutrient density score of 65.59. There's much more to parsley than sprucing up your shitty culinary creation to try to impress a potential lay. But first, how about some Elvis parsley? Okay, stupid jokes aside, who would have thought the go-to trusty super green garnish that takes your microwave lasagna into a 5-star experience is actually healthy too? As it turns out, cultures from across the globe utilize this versatile vegetable for much more than impressing the ladies. Around the world, parsley safely takes residence in all sorts of sandwiches, soups, stocks, and sauces. And if you're like me, you probably have a big-ass plastic container of parsley that you add to literally everything despite adding 0 flavor. Well, revel in the fact that you also benefit from parsley's lycopene and alpha-carotene, as well as lutein, xanthan, and beta-carotene. Coming in at lucky number 7 is leaf lettuce with a nutrient density score of 73.36. And, ooh la la, if we may, let us pray. Aside from occupying the most real estate in your typical salad, good old lettuce is good for our good old health as well. No soup, salad, or sandwich shop would be complete without the powerful punch of a vitamin A plus vitamin K, obviously the K stands for knockout, combo that's worked its way into the American diet for good. Number 6, chicory. Chickadoo or chickadon't. With a nutrient density score of 73.36, if this vegetable, with a stripper inspired name, were an ex girlfriend, then she'd definitely be of the multiple personality, aka flippin' crazy type. Oh, and we also have a little chicory chickadee right here. Now, chicory has been used as a Native American medicine, Napoleonic era coffee replacement, and even a toxic tonic to remove intestinal tapeworms. Now that chicory's wild and crazy days are over, this blue daisy now sits humbly at number 6 on our list. Now, chicory isn't particularly useful for any single specific thing, but she does span the nutrition spectrum by offering small amounts of every essential vitamin. And I do mean every. Just be sure to call on chicory when you toss your next salad for a mouthful of nutritional satisfaction. But beware, she might leave you with a little salt and peppery kick after the fact. Number 5, spinach at 86.43 on the nutritional density score. Hey, I'm strong to the finish because I eats me spinach. Well, when you think of spinach, it's hard not to imagine Popeye, the original man with the giant forearms from most of our childhood, or if not that of your parents or grandparents. And when it comes to anything, well, just try rubbing some spinach on it. Hands down, spinach is the manliest of leafy greens. Hell, they were responsible for Popeye the Sailor's swole-ass forearms. It was even given to French sailors and soldiers in World War I to combat the effects of hemorrhage, along with some fortified wine. Now, this doesn't come as a shocking surprise. A single 3.5 ounce serving provides at least 20% daily value of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, magnesium, manganese, iron, and folate. Even more impressive is that a single serving only clocks in at, are you ready for it, folks? 23 calories. Plus, although the experts try to tell us otherwise, those of us old enough to remember the cartoon still credit this salad sidekick with creating forearms of fortified steel. Coming in at number 4, beet green with 87.08 on the nutritional density score. Inspired by an alternative rock band from the Nickelodeon animated series Doug, these Goosefoot taproot greens offer a swath of rad benefits as well. First, they're a great source of fiber with plenty of protein, phosphorus, and zinc. But they're also high in vitamin B6, magnesium, potassium, copper, and manganese again, while being low in fat and cholesterol. Studies have also shown the levels of K2 in beets can also deliver blood clotting properties, prolong the onset of osteoporosis, work with calcium to increase bone strength, and even help ward off Alzheimer's disease. And of course, for those of you who remember, I won't play it here, but I'll put a link in the description. For the beets, you can remember the Killer Tofu song from that Doug Nickelodeon animated children's series reference for any of those out there who might be like me, aka a millennial. Coming in at number 3, as we start crawling up the nutritional density score, we have 89.27% with the chard. This sharp, serrated, and versatile leafy green is the Swiss Army knife of vegetables. It's commonly and appropriately known as the Swiss chard, since it serves so many nutritional purposes. And don't forget, folks, it's a chard knock life out there. Yes, I even have a doctorate from the School of Chard Knocks. I promise you will have plenty more puns, by the way, if you subscribe to this channel. Just keep that as a side note. So for those of you who are asking, what the hell is a chard? Chards are those gigantic red stalk leaves that look like they're straight out of a Cirque du Soleil version of Alice in Wonderland, are presumably poisonous, and will most definitely kill you. A single serving will give you a nice hit of vitamin A at 122% daily value, K at a whopping 1,038% daily value, and C at a paltry but still impressive 50% daily value. These shiny super greens with ribbed leaves deliver significant amounts of vitamin E, magnesium, manganese, iron, and potassium. This refined vegetable is also quite delicate and perishes quickly. For that reason, best of chards fresh be used right away in chopped salad to achieve maximum nutritional benefit. Number 2, cabbage at 91.99%. Cabbage is a culinary B-52 bomber whose nutritious force devastates type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. More so, it's mass-produced, seriously effective, and stops the spread of disease quicker than Nazism after an Allied carpet-bombing invasion. Now, the 20 flavonoids and 15 phenols with antioxidant properties make this turnip a formidable foe for cardiovascular health disease. With polyphenols that combat oxidative stress and chronic inflammation, cancer doesn't really have a fighting chance once cabbage enters the scenario. Now, if polyphenols don't do the trick, the glucosinolates found in cabbage deliver the coup de grace to bladder, breast, colon, and prostate cancers. And what's not to like more than the fact that cabbage is easy to serve? Personally, I prefer to saute it with onions, mushrooms, and bacon for a quick nutritional side supplement. But you can also stew or pickle cabbage to your heart's literal content. And coming in at number one with a perfect 100% nutritional density score is a vegetable that most people have probably never heard of: watercress. The oldest known leafy vegetable consumed by humans has stood the test of time and made it to the top spot of our super greens list. Is dried watercress just cress? A staple in the diet of Roman soldiers, I'm starting to notice a theme here of vegetables that have been used by ancient soldiers to be higher in nutritional density. Who would have thunk? Hippocrates, the father of medicine, even used it to treat his patients. Yes, this ancient green holds a treasure trove of health benefits certainly fit for a modern king or conqueror. High levels of dietary nitrate help lower blood pressure, reduce the amount of oxygen needed for exercise, and enhance athletic performance. Remember, this list ranks overall nutrient density amongst these super greens. Watercress contains the most vitamin K, C, and A, along with calcium, manganese, potassium, vitamin E, thiamine, riboflavin, vitamin B6, magnesium, and phosphorus per serving. Prepare watercress just like any other green to serve up a healthy helping of man-making nutrition. And be sure, just in general, to get your super greens today. Consuming any nutrient-dense super greens on this list will lead to an overall decreased risk of obesity, diabetes, health disease, and overall mortality while providing a healthier complexion, increased energy, and leaner physique. And really, guys, there's no reason to not enjoy the benefits of including a healthy amount of leafy vegetables in your diet. I like this meme here. When you're trying to get healthy, but life is hard, well, I guess you could do a whiskey dressing. Well, before we get too far into a rabbit hole, that will do it for today's video. But before I let you go, be sure to hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, or follow me anywhere I can be found. And one last thing. Have you had your greens today?